first year of Battle Spirits Saga is behind us. I've got some feedback as well as some plans for myself moving forward. While the timing of the launch event was a blunder and marketing dollars were spent in questionable ways, Set 1 was a banger. So many well-designed archetypes and solid deck building choices for a single set. However, the oversight on Netherworld Depths as well as the tournament pack Axbiter quickly spiraled the game into the least interesting and most unfun ways. Suddenly, everybody had to play 4 Netherworld Depths, 4 Axbiter, 4 Burning Force, and games were very stale. Set 2 released, and while I could make a joke that this set basically released Thorn Prison and Worker Ant-Man, and that's it, I was actually able to find 17 cards that we did see from this set that actually got some play. Let me show these to you really quick. Okay. These are the cards. You see Matt Butterfly, Emmer Ant-Man, Worker Ant-Man, Crocodile, Lamorak, Heaven's Cloak Butterfly, Arcana Joker, Meteor Siegworm, Dragno King, Mech Lord, Mammoth Aegis, Tank Mobile, literally just because of Gembu, Impaler Forest, Inescapable Avalanche, Infinity Shield, and Strike Back Thorn Prison. And I put Reanimate in here mostly because of set 4 reasons, but this was set 2. This was set 2. Do you see something weird here? There's literally just 2 X rares in here. 2 X rares. And I think there's only like 2 rares. I think it Reanimate's a rare. So Reanimate and Strike Back and Meteor Siegworm. That was set 2. Okay. That is a little crazy. This set couldn't stop Axbiter and Netherworld Depths, but fortunately Bandai listened to the cries of the community and released a really solid ban list. I honestly believe that the game would have instantly perished before Worlds if Axbiter and Depths were left untouched. People were leaving the game and it was not fun. So, thank you, Bandai. Set 3 releases and actually had some great X-Rares and some new playable strategies. Honestly, a really solid set, but they were still printing a million vanillas that had no purpose other than to block a Gembu effect. That's it. I was getting pretty excited for set 4 early on in the reveals, but it quickly turned to despair because there's such a high number of cards in this set that basically already exist in the game, and the ones that we have are just better. They literally printed worse Strong Draw, worse Floodstream, weaker Burning Force, and Feral Slash, and worse Thorn Prison. And they basically printed 1 purple magic, 1 red magic, 1 green magic that's honestly just for a Luster OTK, and then 1 yellow magic, and then 2 more Dream Bombs, and then a worse Counter Sword. Well, and the Namengard refresh magic's pretty neat. But they did manage to print 36 vanilla spirits, which brings us up to a total of 142 vanillas as of set 4. That's more cards than is in a whole set. That's a whole set's worth of cards. And this is where I have to pause for a second. Okay? Because I've heard that Bandai has a very small card design team and that they actually design all of their TCGs, which at this point is like 5 games, and I think they're adding 2 more this year, which at this point, I wouldn't be, it doesn't surprise me too much, because if the designers are flipping back and forth between designing games and they're stretched that thin, I get why they want every magic in the game for the rest of time to have an alternate flash timing effect that gives a spirit plus 2000 BP. It makes sense, even if it sucks. But all of that to say, please make less cards then. If that's the situation, make less cards. Because printing cards that have no use or purpose creates waste for the environment. It's sad for the art that's placed on there. The artist who made that art, that sucks for them. It doesn't create excitement when opening up a pack, and it devalues the product that the local game store is trying to sell us. And I've got 2 more pieces to speak on, but first, let me give a quick ban and limited list. Namengard to 1. This card is the best and worst card. It's the best offensive and defensive card there is. It sucks for your opponent to kill it. It sucks if you don't kill it. And while dealing with 1 can be a pain, And it must be done. It's awful that your opponent can just draw into another one from the Namengard's own effect. After you dealt with one, then you got to deal with more. It's crazy, okay? Next, Thorn Prison banned. This card is a great defensive tool, which is fine, but it has a similar problem to Namengard in that it is also offensive. As long as this card exists, anyone who has 3 spirits on their board, which is extremely common, and they want to attack, they have to ask themselves, if I attack right now, do I just die if they have Thorn Prison? And that feels really bad. If Thorn Prison refreshed the spirits during the end step, yeah, that would make more sense. That would be fine, but it's too good at keeping you alive, but then also killing your opponent at the same time. Next, I think Genbu needs to go to 1, or honestly banned, I don't care. I think 1 is fine because most decks can plan on needing to kill a Genbu, and the card doesn't kill you the turn it comes out, right? You usually have a couple turns to figure it out, but then they play another one, and then they play another one, and GG's. And this card's design tells your opponent to build a worse deck just to try to not die to Genbu's effect, which is bad design in my opinion, and it's not fun for anyone. Those 3 are the ones that I care about the most, but I don't know how they're going to print a red Nexus that we will play over Volcanic Canyon, or a yellow Nexus that we will play over Paradise or Cathedral, or to a lesser extent, Rotting Swamp. Set 1 was pretty goated, and I suppose they could also change Elk's ruling to do what it actually says on the card, but like that's also not a big deal, you know. All right, the last 2 pieces. Value and excitement is this first piece. The last 3 sets, as well as set 4, put most of their value in a couple SPRs and a few X-rares. Most of their other exciting things aren't rare at all, and that makes the value of a box of packs worth a lot less. If only 2 cards you pull out of a whole box brought you joy or value, then that's a massive miss in my opinion. I think that there should be X-rare magics, I think there should be X-rare nexuses, and I think in general there should be more exciting cards in a set. We just got an update to see what the first event pack for year 2 is going to be, and Bandai is still firing blanks blindfolded. It's more starter deck cards that have some kind of stamp on them. These are not exciting to players. If they had different art, and more importantly were playable cards, then we could start to get excited. But nobody is paying $30 to go to a large event, opening their participation pack and getting excited. It hasn't happened yet, not a single person. And this is how all of year 1 went. I mean, maybe if you opened up Andromeda or Purple Smoke Valley or maybe even Friezatal, like those were pretty all right feeling, but the event packs have been a huge miss. Miss after miss after miss. The sealed event promo packs were pretty exciting. Giving Dream Bomb a textured foil was really cool. Giving Ice Shield a textured foil with also an all art was really awesome. Even Eravata and Charge Draw was pretty cool there. So more of that, or all arts please. And for my final piece of feedback, which maybe is controversial, but honestly, hopefully not. We are going to, for my final piece of feedback, we're going to need to revisit the stages this game has gone through, okay? First, it was Battle Spirits Saga. Then, it was Spider Netherworld Depths Saga. Then, with set 3, it became Battle Nexus Saga. And at Worlds, it became Battle Smag Saga. But now with set 4, it looks like we are heading into Booby Spirits Saga. And I'm not a fan. I've avoided Booby games as much as I can, and I don't know how some of you can do it. I just can't play a game where most of the ladies have most of their chests out and are in positions that are often sexually suggestive. Like, I would be embarrassed to play these cards. And before set 4, there were basically like 4 cards that kind of had their boobs out, but like not really. And at least they weren't overly like in a sexy way or anything. Like, Maduke's not trying to be sexy. She has like cool snake designs on her. Hilder has some normalish looking top and is just flying around. Nothing particularly sexy. Golem Constructor also normalish. And Forest Guardian isn't positioned in a sexy manner either, even if she does have like giant boobs that are like 50% exposed. But now with set 4, we have 10 pieces of new art that are overtly sexual. Let's give you a little look, okay? So, yeah. Before, I mean, yeah, Maduke, fine. Golem Constructor, I mean, yeah, it's normalish, sure. Valkyrie Hilder, also normalish. Not really trying to be sexy or anything, just normalish. Forest Guardian, I gave her a pass. I was just like, you know, sure, represent the thick queens. That's fine, you know. But with set 4, literally, okay, check this out. I mean, this card's not even on the database here, but I had to go to their website. The SPR for Binding Thorn, okay. I'm not even gonna say anything. No. Banner Angel here. Literally just in a thong, like full underboobs. All right. Harp Princess Pollen. So much boob. And like, is she actually playing the harp? No, she's gotta have her arm not in front of her chest to make sure you can see her chest. What about the alt art? No. We gotta make sure you can see the chest like crazy. Okay. Next, Hidden Leaf Elf. All right. I understand a lot of forest themes have like a minimal clothing type thing across all genres, you know, even for the guys. I get it. But like, this is so much. And what's crazy is like this top is like super defying gravity. Like, what is holding this up? This is literally designed, and also this position is literally just to be like, look at me, my boobs are out. All right. Mirrorcaster or Abortia, I feel like she gets a pass, really. I mean, she's not trying, they're not trying to make her look sexy, I guess, you know? I mean, it would be nice if like her boob armor that she had on, like maybe was protecting her boobs a little bit more, I guess, but like it's not trying to be sexy, so it's like whatever. It's kind of like Maduke levels, totally fine. But Rearing Angel Materiella is ridiculous, okay? And the alt art's even more ridiculous. I gotta tell you right now, okay, do you see this right here? She's dead. She's crushed. Her ribs are exploded inside of her. Do you see this? These portions? This is wacky. Okay, this is I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, I don't get it. And then the alt art of Valkyrie Callista. What is this? I understand it's supposed to be this snapper bot or whatever, but it's like, come on, it's not cool. All right, and this one is so stupid too. And some people might give me some grief for this, but like, I mean, she's fine. Like the way she's dressed, and fine, I get it. But let me just tell you something, okay? She makes golems, okay? She's crafting golems. This isn't how you craft golems, okay? You don't go like this and your butt's out like this and you're like, my knees got to be close together too. We're gonna make some golems today. We're gonna make some, nah, dude. It's wacky. I think it's super lame. It makes me sad. Yeah. All right. So it's dumb. In conclusion, I'm pretty bummed about the game overall right now. Effect design has limited excitement. Event pricing isn't exciting. There's too much waste. And overall, art has been getting better, which is really cool. But an increase in sexually themed art is disappointing to me. I don't plan on quitting the game, but it will be on the back burner for me. I'm still going to go to locals at least once a month, But for now, I'm looking forward to playing a lot of Star Wars Unlimited. I'm also excited about Altered TCG, and I'm still enjoying Marvel Snap and some other video games, such as, Rainbow Six Siege, Helldivers 2, Destiny 2, Hunt Showdown, and even the occasional Zero Build Fortnite. So let me know what your feedback for Bandai would be in the comments. I'm sure you'll let me know if you disagree with anything I said, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll see you in the next one.